Expand your vocabulary with our core 2,000 words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free French ebook before it's gone.
Hi everybody, Candice here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I answer your most common French questions. The question for this lesson is, what is ça and how do you use it? Ça is a pronoun and the informal word for cela, which means it or that. Let's practice some expressions so you can learn how to use ça correctly. The expression ça te dit literally means, does it say something to you? It's used to ask, does that sound good to you? For example, ça te dit d'aller voir un film? Does going to see a film sound good to you? In response, you can say, ça ne me dit pas vraiment, which means, I don't really feel like doing that. If it does sound good, then you say something like, oui, or bien sûr, yes, or of course, respectively. On the other hand, ça me dit quelque chose. Literally, this says something to me, usually means that rings a bell. The opposite will be ça ne me dit rien, literally meaning this doesn't say anything to me, or that doesn't ring a bell. Another common expression is ça alors. It means something like how about that? And it can be used in both positive and negative ways. For example, a friend tells you he's moving to Senegal. You might respond, ça alors, c'est super. How about that? That's awesome. Here's another scenario. Your friend tells you he has tons of work to do. Then you see him at the beach. You can say, ça alors, how about that? With a negative connotation. You might also hear c'est ça. That means that's it, in the sense of you got it or I got it, depending on who you're talking about. Ça y est also means that's it, though it's more along the lines of finally, as in ça y est, j'ai fini. That's it, finally, I'm done. You can also add ça before c'est to add emphasis. For example, c'est beau means it's beautiful. But if someone says ça c'est beau, then they really, really mean it. And that's it for this lesson. I hope I answered your question. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments below and I try to answer them. À bientôt. See you soon.
Want more French videos like this? Subscribe to our channel.
Imagine you're at a restaurant in France. What do? Bonjour, je suis Candice. Candice here. Anyone can learn how to order food at a restaurant. In this lesson, you'll learn how. Mark, Karen, Marcel and his wife are at a restaurant in France. Let's watch.
Vous avez choisi?
Je vais prendre un steak frit.
Moi, une ratatouille.
Moi, le poisson du jour.
Pour moi, juste une salade, s'il vous plaît.
Et comme boisson?
Une bouteille de vin blanc, s'il vous plaît.
Ce sera tout?
Oui, merci.
Now, the lesson focus. Here's how to order food at a restaurant in France.
Some places are really popular, especially in the big cities. That's why it's a good idea to make a reservation. If you get on the waiting list, there is a chance someone might cancel and you can get in at the last minute. Reservations are usually made over the phone. Just tell their staff what day, time, and how many people will be in your party. If you feel a little uncomfortable speaking French, you can ask,
Parlez-vous anglais?
do you speak English? Most places have staff that speak a little bit. If you are still worried, many places take reservations online or even by fax. Here is how to order food at a restaurant in France. The most important thing to remember is to be polite. It's a good idea to say,
Bonjour, s'il vous plaît, and Je vous remercie.
Hello, please, and thank you. When you are deciding what to order and want to know what the daily special is, you can say,
Quel est le plat du jour?
what is today's special? Or if you want the waiter or waitress's recommendation, you can ask,
Que recommandez-vous?
what do you recommend? Most places have plenty of options for vegetarians and vegans too, so don't worry if you have certain dietary restrictions. If everything looks great and you still don't know what to order, you can say,
Je n'ai pas encore choisi.
I haven't decided yet. And they'll give you a few more minutes. When you have finally decided, you can use the phrase,
Je vais prendre, s'il vous plaît.
I will take, and add what you would like to order before the words.
S'il vous plaît.
After giving your order, your waiter might ask you,
Ce sera tout?
will that be all? So make sure to listen for it. Usually, French waiters and waitresses are really polite and will not interrupt you when you're having dinner. Therefore, if you're ready to get the check, you have to get their attention. Simply say,
Excusez-moi, l'addition, s'il vous plaît.
excuse me, the bill please. Most restaurants in France have a service charge, but the good news is, tipping is more of a courtesy. It is not required and it's not considered rude if you don't tip. If you really liked the service and would like to give the waiter or waitress something, the average is 5 or 10% of the bill.
Liked this quick lesson? Watch the full version at FrenchPod101.com to understand the whole dialogue. While you're there, learn all about French culture with our audio lessons and cultural word lists. Sign up for your free lifetime account at FrenchPod101.com. See you next time. Hi everyone, I'm Gabriella. How are your French listening skills? In this video, you'll have a chance to test them out with a quiz. First, you'll see an image and hear a question. Next comes a short dialogue. Listen carefully and see if you can answer correctly. We'll show you the answer at the end. Are you ready?
Une femme pose des questions sur le système d'emprunt de documents à la librairie. Combien de documents peuvent être empruntés à la fois? Excusez-moi, pouvez-vous me montrer comment emprunter des livres?
C'est la première fois que vous venez à cette bibliothèque?
Oui.
Très bien, je vais vous expliquer les règles. Dans cette bibliothèque, vous pouvez emprunter jusqu'à 6 livres et 5 CD ou DVD par personne. Cependant, vous ne pouvez emprunter que jusqu'à 10 documents en tout. La période de prêt est de 2 semaines et si vous désirez la rallonger, renouvelez-la avant qu'elle n'expire s'il vous plaît.
Je peux aussi emprunter des magazines et des journaux?
Vous ne pouvez pas emprunter de journaux, mais des magazines sont disponibles à part le dernier numéro.
Je peux les rapporter par courrier?
Nous ne pouvons pas accepter de retour par courrier. Venez à la bibliothèque pour les rendre s'il vous plaît. Après la fermeture, vous avez la possibilité de les poser dans cette boîte de retour à côté de l'entrée, mais ne l'utilisez pas si vous avez du retard dans vos emprunts.
Je vois. Merci beaucoup. Combien de documents peuvent être empruntés à la fois? Une femme pose des questions sur le système d'emprunt de documents à la librairie. Combien de documents peuvent être empruntés à la fois? Excusez-moi, pouvez-vous me montrer comment emprunter des livres?
C'est la première fois que vous venez à cette bibliothèque?
Oui.
Très bien, je vais vous expliquer les règles. Dans cette bibliothèque, vous pouvez emprunter jusqu'à 6 livres et 5 CD ou DVD par personne. Cependant, vous ne pouvez emprunter que jusqu'à 10 documents en tout. La période de prêt est de 2 semaines et si vous désirez la rallonger, renouvelez-la avant qu'elle n'expire s'il vous plaît.
Je peux aussi emprunter des magazines et des journaux?
Vous ne pouvez pas emprunter de journaux, mais des magazines sont disponibles à part le dernier numéro.
Je peux les rapporter par courrier?
Nous ne pouvons pas accepter de retour par courrier. Venez à la bibliothèque pour les rendre s'il vous plaît. Après la fermeture, vous avez la possibilité de les poser dans cette boîte de retour à côté de l'entrée, mais ne l'utilisez pas si vous avez du retard dans vos emprunts.
Je vois. Merci beaucoup.
Did you get it right? I hope you learned something from this quiz. Let us know if you have any questions. See you next time.
Hi everyone, I'm Leah from FrenchPod101.com. Do you know how to say I love you in French? In this lesson, you will learn 3 different ways to say I love you and a special phrase for Valentine's Day. Let's go! So the most normal way to confess to someone you do know would be Je t'aime, je t'aime, je t'aime, I love you. This phrase is direct. You should use it only when confessing your love. If you want to be less direct, you can use this phrase. Tu comptes tant pour moi. Tu comptes tant pour moi. It means you mean so much to me. Tu comptes tant pour moi. Now, if you want to be more romantic in expressing your love for someone, you can say this phrase. Les mots ne peuvent pas décrire mon amour pour toi. Les mots ne peuvent pas décrire mon amour pour toi. It means, words can't describe my love for you. Cheesy. Now you know 3 different ways to say I love you in French. And here is one more. What if you want to spend Valentine's Day with someone special? In that case, say this phrase. If it's a girl, you can say Veux-tu être ma Valentine? And if it's a boy, you can say Veux-tu être mon Valentin? Will you be my Valentine? Veux-tu être ma Valentine? Veux-tu être mon Valentin? If you want to ask formally, you can say Voulez-vous être mon Valentin? Or Voulez-vous être ma Valentine? Let's wrap up this lesson by recapping what we've learned. Listen to the expression and repeat after me. I love you. Je t'aime. Je t'aime. You mean so much to me. Tu comptes tant pour moi. Tu comptes tant pour moi. Words can describe my love for you. Les mots ne peuvent pas décrire mon amour pour toi. Les mots ne peuvent pas décrire mon amour pour toi. Will you be my Valentine? Veux-tu être ma Valentine? Or, veux-tu être mon Valentin? Veux-tu être ma Valentine? Or, veux-tu être mon Valentin? Well done! Did you know that on Valentine's Day, many shops in France are decorated in red or rouge and pink or rose? Couples also give each other weekends away or trips to take together. Perfume is also a very popular gift on Valentine's Day. You just learned how to say I love you in 3 different ways in French and a special phrase for Valentine's Day. If you're interested in learning more, don't forget to download your free Romance and Love cheat sheet, which includes romance words, compliments, and pickup lines. Check out the description below and go to FrenchPod101.com now. I'll see you next time et à très bientôt! Bye bye. Bye bye. Learn! Welcome back, watchers! Today we are going to learn about what adjective describes your personality best. Let's go! Intelligent, smart. Intelligent, smart. Are you smart? Êtes-vous intelligent? I'm the smartest! Je suis la plus intelligente. Or, je suis le plus intelligent, if you are a guy. Émotif, emotional. Émotif, emotional. I remember that one time I got really emotional because we ate all the apples and there was the last apple standing by itself and I got really sad for the apple because the apple was all alone. Hashtag true story. Les films me rendent émotif. Movies make me emotional. And then when the guy loves the girl but he dies in the end and then they cannot be together ever again like in the Bridges of Madison County, this was super sad and made me emotional. What makes you emotional? Qu'est-ce qui vous rend émotif? Leave a comment and tell me. Cool, cool, cool. You can just draw the cool sunglasses on my face. I am so cool. Je suis trop cool. Honnête, honest. Honnête, honest. Je vais être honnête avec vous. I'm going to be honest with you. This is one simple sentence you don't want to hear because then something really bad is going to follow that. Tan, tan, tan. Paresseux. Lazy. Lazy. Paresseux. You are very lazy. Vous êtes très paresseux. Paresseux is also the French name for sloth. I'm very lazy. Je suis très paresseuse. Being lazy is nice. Être paresseux, c'est bien. From time to time. Drôle, funny. Drôle, funny. I'm not funny. Je ne suis pas drôle. Of course I'm funny. Bien sûr, je suis drôle. Huh, what's so funny? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a de si drôle? Romantique, romantic. Romantique, romantic. I had a romantic weekend. J'ai passé un week-end romantique. A romantic dinner. Un dîner romantique. Un dîner aux 4 chandelles is what we call a romantic dinner, is saying you put up candles and have a nice dinner with your significant other. Hi guys, so romantic. Sérieux, serious. Sérieux, serious. I'm super serious. Je suis super sérieux. A serious subject, un sujet sérieux. My teacher is very serious. Mon professeur est très sérieux. Amical, friendly. Amical, friendly. This cat is very friendly. Ce chat est très amical. It's not true. He's just tricking you to give him food and then he will slash your face in your sleep. She is very friendly. Elle est très amicale. Grincheux, bad-tempered. Grincheux, bad-tempered. This is also the name of the dwarf in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Grincheux is the one that's always grumpy. So you can also say grumpy. So in French it's grincheux. My grandma is really bad-tempered. Ma grand-mère est très grincheuse. Généreux, generous. Généreux, generous. Yeah, sometimes if you're my friend and you don't have money, then I will pay everything for you. And you don't have to give it back because you're my friend. He was very generous and gave all his money to charity. Il fut très généreux et donna tout son argent à une œuvre de charité. Generous. A generous serving, une portion généreuse, when you get a big amount of food on your plate. Artistique, artistic, artistic, artistic. This painting is very artistic. Cette peinture est très artistique. Or, better, ce tableau est très artistique. Poli, polite. Poli, polite. She is very polite. Elle est très polie. I'm not very polite. Je ne suis pas très poli. I should be more polite. Je devrais être plus poli. Être poli au repas de famille. To be polite during family dinner. Indécis, indecisive. Indécis, indecisive. I'm really indecisive about the next sample sentence. Je suis très indécise à propos de la prochaine phrase. I'm really indecisive about what I should have for dinner. Je suis très indécise à propos de ce que je devrais manger pour dîner. Because I like food, but I cannot eat too much at night. To be indecisive, être indécis. Gentil, kind. Gentil, kind. C'est très gentil de ta part. This is really kind of you. So it's the end for this week, but if you want to learn more French, visit FrenchPod101.com, somewhere around, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Énergétique, energetic. Yeah! 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 Give me an L, give me a Y, give me a A. Yeah! I'm also very energetic today. Energetic. Welcome back, watchers! This week will be about 10 compliments you always want to hear. Let's go! Vous êtes un ami génial. You're an awesome friend. Vous êtes un ami génial. You are an awesome friend. Well, if you are a friend, you won't be using the polite language with them, so it's more like tu es un ami génial. You are an awesome friend, but more casual with friends. For example, when your friend just broke up and he's calling you crying and you listen to him a lot and say, tu es un ami génial, merci. You're an awesome friend, thanks. When your friend gives you the birthday present you really wanted and you're like, wow, you're an awesome friend. Tu es un ami génial. You got the best present ever. Vous avez de bon goût. You have good taste. Vous avez de bon goût. Or you can also say shorter form, vous avez bon goût. You have good taste. If someone comes into your home and it's all nicely decorated and fancy, and the guest will be like, oh, vous avez bon goût. You have good taste. Vous avez un grand sens de l'humour. You have a great sense of humor. Vous avez un grand sens de l'humour. You have a great sense of humor. I know, right? Yeah, if you are the joking one at the party and the funny one, the one who will speak and make everyone laugh. And say, oh, vous avez un grand sens de l'humour. Please be tasty with your jokes. Vous êtes magnifique. You look gorgeous. Vous êtes magnifique. You look gorgeous. Well, thank you very much. And you look gorgeous too. Love you, watchers. Beau travail. Good job. Beau travail. Good job. For learning so much French. Good job. If you manage to keep up with all those videos, then you're doing a good job and I'm sure your French is improving every day a tiny bit. Keep it up. Cette veste vous va très bien. That jacket looks nice on you. Cette veste vous va très bien. This jacket looks nice on you. I could have gotten my jacket, but I didn't. Sometime when you're in the street and someone stops you, oh, cette veste vous va très bien. Où l'avez-vous trouvé? Oh, this jacket looks nice on you. Where did you find it? And oh, I just bought it for cheap in a second-hand shop. It's very unique. Vous êtes encore plus beau de l'intérieur que de l'extérieur. Your inside is even more beautiful than your outside. Vous êtes encore plus beau de l'intérieur que de l'extérieur. Your inside is even more beautiful than your outside. Guts. Well, if you're a really kind person and generous and awesome, then you're also beautiful on the inside. So if you're both beautiful on both sides, you're the best. Vous me donnez envie d'être une meilleure personne. You make me want to be a better person. Vous me donnez envie d'être une meilleure personne. You make me want to be a better person. Aw, that's so nice of you. If you can inspire people, then they will tell you that. Vous êtes doué avec les mots. You have a way with words. Vous êtes doué avec les mots. You have a way with words. If you can convince people and if you talk nicely in a very eloquent manner, you have a way with words. Vous êtes très doué avec les mots. You look really nice and blah blah blah. You have a way with words. Vous êtes très doué avec les mots. Votre sourire est magnifique. Your smile is beautiful. Votre sourire est magnifique. Your smile is beautiful. You're beautiful. If you want to hear that, brush your teeth 3 times a day. Yeah, when you make someone laugh and they smile widely and they are happy, then your smile is beautiful. You can say that. Votre sourire est magnifique. Makes them laugh even more. So if you want to learn more French, don't forget to check FrenchPod 101 and we will see you next week. Bye, watchers. Stay awesome. Cute. Welcome back, watchers. Bye. So welcome back, watchers. This week we are going to talk about must-know expressions for agreeing and disagreeing. Are you ready? C'est vrai, that's true. Yeah, this is just a simple answer for when something is true. C'est vrai can also be a question if you want to confirm that someone said something or you are really surprised. C'est vrai? Like, oh, really? Yeah, or we just say it casually. Ah, c'est vrai. Or, ah, did you notice the sky was blue today? Oh, tu as remarqué que le ciel était bleu aujourd'hui? Ah, c'est vrai. Oh, that's true. Ah Je crois que oui. I guess so. Do you think the concert is gonna be at 8 p.m. today? Yeah, I think so. Tu crois que le concert est à 8 heures ce soir? Ah, je crois que oui. So this is not a 100% sure answer, so you still have to check it, but you are 75 to 80% sure it's true. Absolument, absolutely. That's when you are 100% convinced it's true, or right, or what you're saying. I think we should go with the blue color for the marketing campaign. Absolutely. Je crois que nous devrions choisir le bleu pour la campagne marketing. Absolument. And not the filthy yellow. It's also a really formal and polite manner to say yes. For example, if you're in a fancy hotel and you say, oh, is the bar on the first floor? And you say, absolument. Absolutely. Qu'en pensez-vous? What do you think? What do you think about this week's lesson? Leave a comment. Que pensez-vous de la leçon de cette semaine? Laissez-moi un commentaire. What do you think about the food here? Que pensez-vous de la nourriture ici? I think it's really good. Yeah, it's totally cool. Peut-être, maybe. Do you think you will be able to come tonight? Maybe. Est-ce que tu penses que tu pourras venir ce soir? Peut-être. That's 50-50 level of sureness. Je ne pense pas. I don't think so. Do you think you can finish this task before the day is over? I don't think so. Tu penses que tu pourras finir ce travail avant que la journée soit finie? Je ne pense pas. Bien sûr. Of course. Can I have fries with my chicken? Of course. Est-ce que je peux avoir des frites avec mon poulet? Bien sûr. Yes. Oh, Mom, can I go out? Maman, est-ce que je peux sortir? Bien sûr. Of course. Just be careful and call mommy when you arrive. J'allais le dire. I was just going to say that. Or sometimes we use tu l'as dit, which is, oh yeah, you're right, you said so. Uh-huh. Oh my God, have you seen Betty's new hair color? It's terrible. J'allais le dire. I was just about to say that. Je crains d'être en désaccord. I'm afraid I disagree. That's racist, you twat. Je n'aime pas la musique pop. Je crains d'être en désaccord. I don't like pop music. I'm afraid I disagree. Hey, what kind of music do you like, guys? Leave a comment. Aucun doute là-dessus. No doubt about it. Here you are 120% sure. It's true. So use it when you are only really sure. This episode of Weekly Word is going to be awesome. No doubt about it. Cet épisode de French Weekly Words va être super bien. Aucun doute là-dessus. Il va signer le contrat. Aucun doute là-dessus. He is going to sign the contract. No doubt about it. So that's about it for this week. Don't forget to check the website frenchpod101.com for more French lessons. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hi watchers! Are you coming to France soon? Because this week we are going to learn about 20 travel phrases you should know. Merci, thank you. Anytime you receive something or someone was nice to you. Merci, thank you. Excusez-moi, excuse me. Anytime you bump into someone, or if you step on the foot because the metro is crowded, or if you need to call for the waiter's attention, use this one. Excusez-moi. Combien ça coûte? How much is this? Yeah, sometimes you won't find the prices on the items you are looking for, especially if you're going to a flea market in France. So just go, this item, how much is it? Cet objet, combien ça coûte? Où est la gare? Where is the train station? This one can be quite convenient. If you are in a big city, where is the metro? Où est le métro? Le Wi-Fi est-il gratuit? Is the Wi-Fi free? If you want Wi-Fi in France, maybe some coffee shops now have it. They advertise it on the chalkboard outside. So come inside, we have Wi-Fi. Je voudrais ceci. I'd like this. Oh, I'd like this, please. Je voudrais ceci, s'il vous plaît. If you don't know the name of the item you want in the menu, you can just point and say, je voudrais ceci. I want this, please. Pourrions-nous avoir le menu, s'il vous plaît? Could we have the menu, please? Usually you have to ask for it. Sometimes the place is very crowded, so ask. Le menu, s'il vous plaît. Could we have the menu, please? Avez-vous des recommandations? Do you have any recommendations? If you are at a bar and want for some cocktail, it can be like, oh, I like something fruity. Do you have any recommendation? J'aimerais quelque chose de fruité. Avez-vous des recommandations? And then the bartender will make you some fancy cocktail. Je suis allergique aux cacahuètes. I'm allergic to peanuts. If you have any allergies, be sure to ask whenever you are going out or trying to eat something. People will be really nice about it, and sometimes it's even on the menu. If you have any allergies, there will be a sign saying, yes, this contains nut, or this contains milk, or this contains gluten, and you can make sure that you don't eat something you don't want to ingest. Avez-vous des plats végétariens? Do you have any vegetarian dishes? If you're vegetarian or vegan, there will also be a sign very often on the menu saying this dish contains no meat or this is vegan safe, it's made with no animal grease or eggs or milk. Pourrais-je avoir l'addition? Could I have the check? Pourrais-je avoir l'addition s'il vous plaît? Could I have the check please? Prenez-vous la carte de crédit? Do you take credit card? Can I pay by credit card? Puis-je payer avec ma carte de crédit? Pourriez-vous me prendre en photo, s'il vous plaît? Could you take a picture of me, please? What, you don't have your selfie stick? Come on, that's something every traveler should have. 1, 2, 3, oui, Titi. Je voudrais un siège non-fumeur, s'il vous plaît. I'd like to have a non-smoking seat, please. Well, restaurants in France have banned smoking inside for a couple of years now. So every restaurant you go to should be non-smoking. Smoking is only allowed in bars. Good luck with that. Do you have non-smoking seats? Avez-vous des sièges non-fumeurs? Pourriez-vous me donner un rabais? Could you give me a discount? Un peu moins cher? A little bit cheaper? This is again if you go to flea market, and especially on Sundays, you will have a bunch of sellers selling stuff from their homes. You can negotiate the price a lot over there. And getting an item half price is really common. So you can un peu moins cher. Ou est-ce que je pourrais avoir un rabais? S'il vous plaît, give me a discount, please. Or make it cheaper, a tiny bit cheaper. Okay, more cheap, even cheaper, way cheaper. Okay, give it to me, free, now. Pourrais-je obtenir un plan? Could I get a map? Plan would be more a map of something you want inside, for example, if you're in a museum. And if you're outside and got lost and go to the information center, for example, you can ask, pourrais-je avoir une carte? Could I get a map? J'ai une réservation. I have a reservation. When you get to a restaurant and have a reservation, they will often ask you at the front desk, so do you have a reservation? Avez-vous une réservation? You can say, yes, I have a reservation. Oui, j'ai une réservation. Puis-je essayer? Can I try this on? Yeah, if you want to try some clothes, you can ask the staff. Puis-je essayer ceci? Can I try this? Parlez-vous anglais? Do you speak English? French people aren't really good at speaking English, but they will try their best. So if you find someone and cannot express yourself in French properly and ask them, parlez-vous anglais? Do you speak English? They may say, no, not that much, but no, je ne parle pas beaucoup, ou je ne parle pas anglais. The most common sentence I learn in every language is, a beer, please. Une bière, s'il vous plaît. Anytime it's summer, it's hot, and you want something fresh. Une bière, s'il vous plaît. A beer, please, to go with your nice meal or just to freshen up and chill with friends. So that's it for this week. What's your most used travel sentence? Leave me a comment to let me know. And if you want to learn more French, don't forget to check the website, FrenchPod101.com. We'll see you next time. See you. Travel time! Travel time! Hi watchers! Welcome back, and this way we are going to talk about 10 words for connecting thoughts. I'm really bad at connecting thoughts, so maybe we can learn things together this time. Let's go! Ensuite, then. Ensuite, then. I took a shower, then went to work. J'ai pris une douche et ensuite je suis allé au travail. My morning routine. What? Cependant. However. Cependant. However, I like the blue version. However, pink also looks good. J'aime la version bleue. Cependant, le rose est aussi joli. Like when you're redecorating your house. De l'autre côté. On the other hand. De l'autre côté. On the other hand. It's sunny today, so we should go outside. On the other hand, it might rain later. Aujourd'hui, il fait soleil, nous devrions sortir. De l'autre côté, il va peut-être pleuvoir un peu plus tard. And then your holiday is ruined and you don't get to do sample. Plutôt, instead. Plutôt, instead. Let's go by boat instead. Allons-y plutôt en bateau. Like if you want to go to an island and you can choose between the plane and the boat. Let's go by boat, it's nicer. Unless there is a storm and then you get caught in the boat and then you are super sick. Awesome! Oh look, Leah, we're going to die! Say bye to Mommy and Daddy! What? Yeah, there's water in the boat and we're in the middle of nowhere. Oh, that was scary. That's why I don't like being on boats. De plus, moreover, besides. De plus, moreover, besides. I'm lost in the wood. Moreover, my phone battery is dead. Je suis perdu dans la forêt. De plus, la batterie de mon téléphone est morte. Également, likewise. Également, likewise. I read this book and my sister did likewise. J'ai lu ce livre et ma sœur l'a lu également. Aussi, also. Aussi, also. We also have muffins. Nous avons aussi des muffins. Pendant ce temps, meanwhile. Pendant ce temps, meanwhile. J'étais en train de mettre la table et pendant ce temps, le chien a mangé tous les muffins. I was setting the table. Meanwhile, the dog had all the muffins. My doggy. Something tasty, I ate that. En réalité, in fact. En réalité, in fact. The dog didn't eat all the muffins. In fact, I ate them. Le chien n'a pas mangé tous les muffins. En réalité, c'était moi. And they were so good. Finalement, finally. Finalement, finally. Nous nous rencontrons finalement. Finally, we meet.
Thanks, all my watchers. Snugging.
And connecting thoughts. So we learned 10 words for connecting thoughts today. Tell me in a long sentence by connecting your thoughts and using some of them. If you can connect your thoughts, because I cannot. If you want to learn more French, don't forget to check FrenchPod101.com, and we will see you next time. Bye!
Want to speak real French from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at FrenchPod101.com.
Welcome back, everyone! Today we're going to talk about autumn and the 10 must-know autumn vocabulary. Pull, sweater. Pull, sweater. As-tu déjà essayé ce pull adorable? Have you already tried on this lovely sweater? When we need to be all warm and nice. No, I'm all big. But it's comfy. Pluvieux. Rainy. Pluvieux, rainy. Je dois distribuer les journaux pendant les jours pluvieux et venteux. I have to deliver newspapers on rainy days and windy days. Terrible thing. I'm sorry if you have to, it's really painful. And then your clothes get all wet and your hair is messed up. Venteux, windy. Venteux, windy. Demain, il fera froid et venteux, donc porte une écharpe. Tomorrow will be cold and windy, so wear a scarf. Indeed, it can get really windy in autumn, especially in the south part of France, close to Spain. It gets a really strong wind. It's so strong it gives you a headache, and it's known to drive people crazy. And you can get sick pretty easily, so scarves are good. Frais, cool. Frais, cool. Il fait chaud pendant la journée, mais frais la nuit. It's hot during the day, but cool at night. It is indeed. Automne, autumn. Automne, autumn. L'automne commence fin septembre. Autumn begins at the end of September. On the 21st of September, it's autumn. And then the leaves get nice. Marron, chestnut. Marron, chestnut. Manger un pancake avec de la crème de marron est délicieux. Eating a pancake with chestnut cream is delicious. Yeah, chestnut cream comes in a really tiny can. And it's really dark and sticky and sweet. Chemise à manches longues. Long-sleeved shirt. Chemise à manches longues. Long-sleeved shirt. C'est bien de porter des chemises à manches longues quand il fait froid. Long-sleeved shirts are good for cold weather. Yeah, this and a coat. And a bit more. And another pullover. Manteau. Coat. Manteau. Coat. Mets ton manteau, tu vas attraper un rhume. Put on your coat, you're going to catch a cold. Are we warm yet? Yeah, that's my autumn fashion, I guess. with a light coat and a pullover, and then you are so ready to go through autumn. Froid, cold. Froid, cold. Je grelotte, j'ai froid. I'm shivering, I'm cold. Maybe you should have worn a warmer coat. Feuille, leaf. Feuille, leaf. Cet arbre a beaucoup de feuilles. This tree has many leaves. Until it's winter and then it doesn't have any anymore. Sad. The leaves get so beautiful in autumn with all the colors. So that were our words for autumn, and let me know in the comment, maybe it's your favorite season, and maybe you have more word for it. And don't forget to check the website for more French. And don't forget to subscribe for new French videos. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Leaves. Leaves.
Wait! Before we start, do you want a bundle of 30 printable French PDF cheat sheets? Teaching you words and phrases for conversations for free? Then click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get access.
Bonjour, c'est Thomas. Welcome to FrenchPod101.com. My name is Thomas. In this lesson, we will talk about names, the most common given and family names in France, and how to deal with using someone's name regarding who you're talking with. The first word you need to know is nom, or name, but it's unclear if you refer to given name, family name, or full name. French given names, or prénoms, often originate from the Bible, Romanian Empire, Celtic origins, for example. Regardless, we generally don't really know about the origins of our names. Sure, it is documented, but it's not a common topic in our culture. In France, the given name always precedes the family name, or nom de famille. For example, Thomas Martin. This is not my actual full name, but my first name is very common, and Martin is the most common family name in France. A lot of them can also be a given name, which is also true for my first name. So you can meet someone called Thomas Martin and someone called Martin Thomas. I hope it's not confusing. To make it easier, we always introduce by given name, and maybe we also add the family name, but always after. So Thomas Martin has Martin as a family name, while Martin Thomas has Thomas as a family name. For documents, most people in France have one or two middle names. We say deuxième prénom and troisième prénom, as for second and third names. No one uses them in daily life. It is entirely about administrative stuff. Usually we give names of relatives as middle names. For example, my second name is my father's name, and my third name is my grandfather's name. As an example, using very common names, a full name with second and surname could be Louis René Michel Lemoine for a man, or Laura Marie Germaine Petit for a woman. This is how you'd be called by the officiant at your wedding. Hopefully you don't need to know the middle names of your friends or coworkers. Now, I will give you some of the most common names in France per age demographic. On the youngest side, people born from 2010 to recently as female names: Léa, Louise, Alice, Jade, Emma. As male names: Léo, Louis, Arthur, Jules, Lucas. Did you notice? A lot of names can be male or female regarding a slight difference, like Léo, Léa, or Louis, Louise. We also have neutral names like Camille or Gabriel, but they are often written in a different way. Gabriel for a boy, Gabrielle double L-E for a girl. About people born in the 90s and early 2000s as female names: Marie, Sarah, Laura, Julie, Caroline. As male names: Pierre, Antoine, Julien, Nicolas, Maxime, and finally names that were popular in my grandparents' generation. As female names, Simone, Monique, Thérèse, Madeleine, Germaine. As male names, Jean, René, Henri, Marcel, Michel. A lot of those older names can be male or female, like Germain Germaine or Michel Michel, so pay attention how to write them and how to pronounce them. Some people have a double first name or un prénom composé, like Jean-Michel or Marie-Claire. And sometimes they even mix male and female names. To know if a double name is male or female, you just have to look at the first one. For example, Jean-Marie is a male name, but Marie-Pierre is a female name. How about the family names? French people always think about Dupont as the most common one. It's very cliché for us, but actually it's not even in the top 10. Here it is. Martin, that I said earlier, Bernard, which is also a given name, Thomas, as a family name this time, Robert, once again, it's also a given name, Richard, it is still also a given name, Lefebvre, Moreau, Petit, Durand, and Lemoine. Those last 5 are only family names. And now, let's see how to call someone by its name. The vast majority of the time, like 90%, we only use given names to talk between us, even in most professional relationships. However, if your hierarchical status is lower than the person you're talking with, you might have to use Monsieur, Madame, or Mademoiselle, followed by the family name of this said person. Monsieur for men, Madame or Mademoiselle for women, regarding their marital status or their personal preference. In case of doubt, it's just better asking the person how to properly address them. There is no situation where it's okay to call someone only by their family name. It's considered rude, so pay attention to that. Finally, if you don't know someone's name, you can just use Monsieur or Madame. This is by far the most common and best way to do it. As a customer in a shop or a restaurant, you'd be called Monsieur or Madame by the staff because they just don't know your name. Let's review some words we learned today. Prénom. Prénom. Given name. Mon prénom est Thomas. My name is Thomas. Nom de famille. Nom de famille. Family name. Quel est votre nom de famille? What's your family name? Monsieur. Monsieur. Mr. Monsieur. Or as plural, messieurs. Madame. Madame. Mrs. Madame, as plural, mesdames. Mademoiselle. Mademoiselle. Miss. Mademoiselle, as plural, mesdemoiselles. You can try to mix any of those names with any of those titles to make very French-sounding names, or maybe you randomly thought of famous French persons' names. Tell us in the comments. Thank you for watching this lesson. If you want to speak French and learn it the fastest, easiest, and most fun way, go to FrenchPod101.com and sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Get our complete learning program with real lessons by real teachers. Au revoir.
Now that you're finished with this lesson, don't forget, as a free bonus, you get over 30 conversation cheat sheets, but only if you sign up via the link in the description. You'll learn how to have flowing conversations and how to answer the most common questions. You can also print out these colorful cheat sheets to keep as physical study material. So don't miss out on this free gift. Click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get your PDF cheat sheets. Wait! Before we start, do you want a bundle of 30 printable French PDF cheat sheets? Teaching you words and phrases for conversations for free? Then click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get access.
Tu as passé un bon dimanche? Bof, j'ai eu la flemme de sortir. Bonjour, c'est Thomas. Welcome to FrenchPod101.com. My name is Thomas. In this lesson, we will talk about French words that we can barely translate, or sometimes not at all, so they need an explanation. We use them a lot in daily conversations, so pay attention. You will definitely hear them in real life if you meet French speakers. Let's start with tue l'amour, or killer's love. There is nothing romantic about it. This is quite the opposite. Un tue l'amour can be anything that makes you lose romantic interest in someone. Elle est jolie, mais sa manière de parler, c'est un tue l'amour. Elle est jolie, mais sa manière de parler, c'est un tue l'amour. She's cute, but the way she talks, that is a tue l'amour. Elle est jolie, mais sa manière de parler, c'est un tue l'amour. If you think someone has bad manners, is embarrassing to a point you avoid hanging out with, then this person is insortable. Ton frère a renversé mon verre. Il est insortable. Ton frère a renversé mon verre. Il est insortable. Your brother spilled my drink. He cannot be taken out. Ton frère a renversé mon verre. Il est insortable. It also works as pas sortable, which fits more like the translation cannot be taken out. Bof might not even be in a dictionary because it's not an actual word. It's kind of similar to mais. Bof is either indecisive or not interested. If you're not sure what to answer to a yes or no question, bof is a soft way to say no or maybe but probably not. It can save you from giving a cold no. You can also describe something by being bof. Ce film est bof. Ce film est bof. This movie is meh. Ce film est bof. Bof, j'ai pas envie. Bof, j'ai pas envie. Meh, I'm lazy or I don't want to. Bof, j'ai pas envie. Talking about laziness, la flemme will definitely make you sound like a native. It represents the concept of laziness. Sure, we already have fainéantise as a correct translation, but we don't use it too much between friends or family. In spoken language, we often say la flemme, but be careful not to use it with your boss. Je suis resté chez moi. J'avais la flemme. Je suis resté chez moi. J'avais la flemme. I stayed at home. I was lazy. Je suis resté chez moi. J'avais la flemme. You can also just say la flemme as a set, or even just flemme. Tu veux venir? Do you wanna go? Tu veux venir? Flemme as lazy, so no. Flemme. When you think about France, a lot of you think about wine, cheese, and cuisine in general. So you can say that France has savoir-faire about food. It means to know how to make. You can use it to compliment someone, telling them they are good at doing something. Tu as du savoir-faire avec cette recette. Tu as du savoir-faire avec cette recette. You know this recipe really well. Tu as du savoir-faire avec cette recette. It's often about crafting or making something, but you can absolutely use it about any social or professional skill. Elle a 10 ans de savoir-faire dans son métier. Elle a 10 ans de savoir-faire dans son métier. She has 10 years of savoir-faire in her job. She knows what she's doing. Elle a 10 ans de savoir-faire dans son métier. Talking about someone who does well at something, you can use the verb cartonner. But do you know where this word comes from? It's actually from carton, for cardboard. And for some reason, we made it as a verb to express success. Elle a beaucoup de clients. Son magasin cartonne. Elle a beaucoup de clients. Son magasin cartonne. She has a lot of customers. Business is doing well. Elle a beaucoup de clients. Son magasin cartonne. As a verb from the first group, it's not too difficult to conjugate. But still, to cardboard sounds a bit off in English. When you travel to a foreign country with a totally different culture or scenery, you experience dépaysement or uncountriness. Once again, let's just not translate it. It is not necessarily about traveling, but mostly about going out of your comfort zone. Je suis allé au Japon, ce voyage m'a dépaysé. Je suis allé au Japon, ce voyage m'a dépaysé. I've been in Japan. This trip got me dépaysé. Je suis allé au Japon. Ce voyage m'a dépaysé. Like it got my own country out of me. I think voilà is famous from non-French speakers as a conclusion marker, but that is not the only use of it. Voilà can be compared to here is or that is. Voilà pourquoi. That's why. But actually, it sounds like extrapolateness to say voilà instead of c'est. C'est pourquoi. Voilà pourquoi nous devons rentrer. Voilà pourquoi nous devons rentrer. And this is why we should go home. It sounds very polite. Voilà pourquoi nous devons rentrer. French speakers often use voilà at the end of a sentence when they are not sure what to say or how to end the sentence. On est rentré à la maison et on a regardé un film. Voilà. On est rentré à la maison et on a regardé un film. Voilà. We came back home and we watched a movie. That's it. On est rentré à la maison et on a regardé un film. Voilà. However, I do not recommend using voilà too much because it sounds like you are not confident or you might be hiding something. Contresens comes from contre for against or opposite and sens for meaning or direction. You can think of it as doesn't make sense. We can use it for something we do or something we say. Cette traduction est un contresens. Cette traduction est un contresens. This translation doesn't make sense. Cette traduction est un contresens. Du sel dans le café, c'est un contresens. Du sel dans le café, c'est un contresens. Salt in coffee, that is a nonsense. Du sel dans le café, c'est un contresens. If you just want to say opposite, you can use contraire, while contresens does not necessarily have an opposite. Rebelote comes from the old card game La Belote. When a player plays a queen and a king, they must say belote and rebelote to score points. So when we say rebelote, which is very common, it means something is happening again. For example, North of France is quite a rainy area, so I might say il a plu hier et aujourd'hui rebelote. Il a plu hier et aujourd'hui rebelote. It was raining yesterday and today, here we go again. Il a plu hier et aujourd'hui rebelote. I'm confident you never heard about this one. Faire du yaourt, or yaourter as a verb, will be translated as to make yogurt or even to yogurt, but I'm not talking about cooking. Actually, we say someone fait du yaourt when they sing in an inarticulate flow, mostly in a foreign language. J'ai fait du yaourt au karaoké. J'ai fait du yaourt au karaoké. I sang in yogurt at karaoke. It was too difficult. J'ai fait du yaourt au karaoké. It refers to the inconsistent texture of yogurt. And now, let's review the words we learned today. Say them after me. Tu l'amour. Tu l'amour. Insortable. Insortable. Bof. Bof. La flemme. La flemme. Savoir-faire. Savoir-faire. Cartonner. Cartonner. Dépaysement. Dépaysement. Voilà. Voilà. Contresens. Contresens. Rebelote. Rebelote. Yaourté. Yaourté. Please try to remember those untranslatable French words because they are very common and it's impressive if you remember how to use them correctly. Thank you for watching this lesson. If you want to speak French and learn in the fastest, easiest, and most fun way, go to FrenchPod101.com and sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Get our complete learning program with real lessons by real teachers. Au revoir.
Now that you're finished with this lesson, don't forget, as a free bonus, you get over 30 conversation cheat sheets, but only if you sign up via the link in the description. You'll learn how to have flowing conversations and how to answer the most common questions. You can also print out these colorful cheat sheets to keep as physical study material. So don't miss out on this free gift. Click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get your PDF cheat sheets. Expand your vocabulary with our core 2,000 words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free French ebook before it's gone.